Hi, Maddie.
Hello.
I'm happy that you're here.
Me too.
Welcome. I'm so excited to be offering this to some of my viewers and some of my audience. Maddie is a past client of mine. She went through the Maitri Wellness program. And here is a little interview where I'm going to ask her a couple of questions about how this has transformed her life, how it has impacted her life in a positive way, and a bunch of other things. So, Maddie, first, how are you?
I am fantastic. I feel great. How are you?
Good, good. I'm so good.
Good.
Fantastic as well. Oops,
Good.
my headphone just fell out.
There they go.
All right, here we go. I can still hear you. Yes. Okay, so first question is please tell me about the transformation that you experienced between the very beginning and the end of my coaching program. Where were you at mentally and where were you at emotionally when we started, and where are you at now?
Whew, mama. Well, I gotta say, so from the very, very beginning, I was not happy. I was depressed. I was feeling like absolute garbage about my body. And not just due to COVID, because I think that definitely had a strain on it because all of us had those gains and things during COVID. But I think that in the beginning, remember just feeling kind of the lowest that I had in a really long time. And I knew that I needed to try and get help somewhere. And I think I was at first with my mental stability, not feeling very well about just looking in a mirror. That was really hard for me. Mentally dealing with a lot of stresses from family versus trying to deal with the stresses of myself took a lot of toll on my mental health. And I didn't really have time or guidance or trying to figure out basically how to fix that or where to start from there. And I think thus starting this program and ending the program with you, it has transformed me immensely. I am stronger emotionally. I'm stronger in my confidence. I'm stronger in my body image. I'm stronger in trying to deal with a million things on my plate all at once. And I can kind of like prioritize now. I'm taking care of myself and I know what my body needs to be happy. And it starts with there and then kind of carries up to my brain. So it's a 100% 360 transition and flip from the beginning of this program to the end of this program. So, yeah.
That's so amazing. I'm so incredibly proud of you. It's amazing and so rewarding to watch how far you've come and how much you have changed as a human being, but also in your relationship with your body and your food as well. So, how might your friends and family describe the transformation that you've gone through since we started working together? In what tangible ways are you showing up differently in your life?
I would say they would probably say I'm happier. They would say I think that the way that I approach life is a lot different. Like I wake up happy and I stay happy and nothing really, even if something like hard happens in life, like, yeah, we all have those moments, but I think I don't get brought down as easy or than it is easy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Okay. I don't get brought down as easy, put it like that. And it's exhilarating. And I feel like a lot of people like in my workplace and at home are starting to notice that, especially my husband. My husband was like, you seem pretty happy. You seem like better and more confident and whatever. And it like to hear that now in the sense of like, I used to like work out every single day. I thought that I had to eat right every single day. And I was like, yes, I was skinnier or whatever, but like that I thought defined happiness. And I think that I inevitably was happier in all aspects of life because of that. But I realized that happy, I was just like coping and like I was looking in the mirror and what I was seeing there would inevitably transform the way that I acted around my workplace and my home. But now I feel like that was so disingenuine and now it's so genuine that it just like, I feel like I'm like, we're just radiating happiness. Like I literally walk into work all the time and I'm just like, a ball of energy. And my chef is always like, why are you so happy all the time? And I was like, well, why not be, you know? Like, so, I mean, other people are for sure noticing it, but yeah, it's almost like you like walk on sunshine. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but
No, I love that. I love
yeah,
that. That's so great.
yeah,
That's amazing. I love hearing that, and I love hearing the different transformation that your peers, your husband has seen about you, because that's what happens when true like inner work really becomes healed, is that you radiate that energy outwards and other people can notice it, and that's so beautiful.
yeah. And I think when you're like, when you're not genuinely happy, I think that just like takes a toll. It takes a toll on your relationship. It takes a toll on, even work relationships, friendships, the whole nine. And so to have that flip has just been so positive, not even just in like mentally, it just is positive like all around you.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, yeah. Oh God, so great.
yeah.
What are the top three things, if you can name three, that you have learned about yourself during this process?
Number one, I am way stronger than I thought that I was. um, my strength in myself and the way that I feel about me as a person is wild. I'm strong when it comes to like, say somebody says something that I don't like. We literally, I think, had this conversation in one of our last sessions was like about me being more confident with my voice and being strong about that.
Mm,
And that has flipped completely. So I would say strength is my number one. Number two, confidence.
mm,
This is a wild thing because I've never had as much confidence in myself as I have had right this very moment. It's
so beautiful.
crazy to I think what's shocking to me is it's crazy that like I can look in the mirror and I can be like, wow, okay, you look really pretty today. And I can like pick out little things like, wow, okay, like your hair looks good today, like yada yada yada. But I've made it a kind of a point to myself, confidence wise, to try and I know that people can like negative point things out about their body, but I try and point out positive. So even if I don't feel that confident about like my thighs or I have a pimple today or whatever, like what's something on the opposite end of that that I can pinpoint that would make me feel more confident about myself. And that has really helped, just as like a little side thing that I've started to do. Um, but I think that that has a lot to do with that. Um, I can't think of a third one. Let's see. Strength, confidence. I don't know if I can think of a third one.
Even your like ability to just be able to flip your mindset in like that, I think is
Oh, yeah.
important. I mean,
Mhm.
from what I can tell, the before you would get maybe down about something, or you look in the mirror and you think a certain way, and that would just be the way that you thought throughout the day. And
Mhm.
now you have an ability, you have the tools and resources in your toolbox that you can use to change that and to really
Mhm.
like shift it and to think in a different way, and to direct your thoughts and rewrite your story, which is so amazing.
Yes, that's number three. Totally agree. Yes, absolutely.
An amazing thing that I've seen out of you. It's really beautiful to watch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's because
Um,
of you.
anything, anything that has surprised you about our work together? Any life changes or things that have come up in ways that maybe you didn't expect?
Absolutely. The one thing that comes to my mind immediately is the first time that we ever did a meditation
Mm,
and how strong that was, and the fact that I didn't understand that some of the issues that maybe I was having right now stemmed from certain points in my past or my past in general and the way that I was like growing up and stuff. That was a huge shock to me that it was like the things that you're dealing with now stem from your past. Period. Like even if it was yesterday, like everything that happens today is from that. Um, and I think doing that meditation was eye opening. It was something that I never really thought that I would get into, to be completely honest, because meditation has always been like the the stereotypical, like, you know, like you're sitting there, like, what's really helping? Like, am I just clearing my mind? Like, but I think having those guided meditations are
Mm.
something that has shocked me completely, because like, you can release so much stress from doing that, even like a 10-minute, 15-minute meditation. Um, it's wild. And the things that like come up for me, you can write down and like go back to, and then try and like it's kind of like a puzzle in a sense. Like your life is just kind of like you're trying to balance it out and fit all the pieces in. And that's something that has helped me a lot and shocked me, because I never thought I'd be into it, but it works so well.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, and you get to keep them forever, so you can
Yeah.
always use them at, whenever you want. And then
Hmm.
so great. That's so good to hear. You're talking about the inner child healing meditation specifically? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That one. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I loved well, that's one of my favorite parts about the program is that it's like it's not just about what you're dealing with right now, but it's also about healing the past and releasing all of those thoughts and the way those thoughts were formed and why they were formed and where they came from and who influenced them. So, and the people who influence them, their relationship with their food and their body as well. So it's all kind of tied together, and it creates who you are right now. So it's important to go deep into that. And
Absolutely.
you really went there willingly, which is so beautiful. Okay. What who do you think would benefit from working with me? Like think characteristics, current life struggles, maybe where they're at emotionally or mentally, and why do you think it would be helpful for them?
I think anybody that thinks that they need help or want help would be a great candidate, because in some respect they have something going on that they think they need help with, which is beautiful in itself. And the fact that they even recognize that, like, go them, absolutely. But I think specifically, if you were to ask me for my personal experience, probably somebody who grew up with some trauma, or somebody who has gone through something like bullying or possible sexual assault, or something that has brought them down, man, woman, anybody in the whole world has brought them down to a point in their life where they feel like they're not good enough.
Mm.
I think, period. It doesn't necessarily have to pinpoint or be a specific event to create that. It's just that feeling. And I think that anybody who's ever been or had that feeling would benefit from this, because it doesn't necessarily, which where I know the focus is about like food and your body and the wellness, I think it all stems from your mind.
Mhm.
So if you're not your strongest in your mind, how are you supposed to heal all the other aspects of that? Because that's what kind of, I think, narrows you in with your certain mentalities when it comes to food and comes to like wanting to take care of your body. Because if you've been put down so much in your life where you've hit that point, you're not going to want to take care of yourself, because what's the point? That's kind of where I was at.
Mhm.
So I would say anybody who's gone through those situations would absolutely benefit from this.
That's really helpful. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for being so honest.
Yeah.
All right. So here's a little question for you. Is
Okay.
there anything that you think that I can work on or change to improve the coaching experience or the program itself?
No. um, I can't think of anything. Nothing is coming to my mind, honestly. And that might be, if I'm going to be completely honest, it might be because I've never gone through a journey like this before. So I don't know maybe like the do's and the don'ts or whatever. But from my personal experience, no, you are a-okay. I don't see anything wrong with what happened, or I don't have constructive criticism for you. You were there every step of the way. You were in communication with me, even on days when we didn't have a meeting. We had 2 weeks in between, and I would still text you, and I would still, or I would Instagram message you or whatever, and we would still communicate. And there was no, the thing that I mentioned, I think I had the video testimonials that I mentioned that I really, really stick with is like, you have been through it before. And I think since you've been through it, you know what it takes to just like not clock in and clock out. Whereas many therapists have that mentality of like, okay, yeah, all right. Okay, see you next week. It's like, that wasn't us. That was like, we would continue if I was having the same struggle the next day or whatever, we could still talk to each other. You were very open, you were very involved. And that's all I could ever ask for in somebody like you as a guider for me during that struggle. So if anything, that's more praise than it is constructive criticism, but I don't have anything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so heartwarming to hear. I appreciate that. So, what was your biggest hesitation about working with me? Why did you decide to make the commitment and start now? And despite this hesitation, were your hesitations or fears put to rest once we started together?
So here's a story. Growing up, I went to about 3 different therapists. Had a lot of things happening at a very young age that I was kind of guided into, hey, like, you need help, you need to talk to somebody. So in going to those therapists, I very shortly realized after that everything that I had told them was not confidential, and they were telling my parents absolutely everything that I had said. In all 3 circumstances, this is like, I can't make this shit up. Sorry, I don't know if I can curse, but I can't make this shit up. They from the first session to my last session, they literally spilled everything to them. So my trust was gone, to say the least. Yeah, I can't stress enough how much I didn't want to do therapy, but I know that I needed it because of those situations. Because like, I would tell somebody something in secret or something in confidence that I wasn't just going to go and tell my parents, because why would I have therapy if I could just go tell them? So that happened. And so that stemmed hesitation with working with you, just because like I said, I'd never been on this type of journey before. So it was very new and very foreign to me. So that was scary. Not that I didn't trust you in the sense that I thought that you were going to go tell everybody my everything, but like, it just, you know what I mean? It was just that kind of at first hesitation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But now I can say, like, it was incredible. I know that when we first spoke about like what you did and it kind of gave me a glimpse of hope. There was something in my body that was like, this could work. I think you should go for it because this could work. And it fucking did. Yeah, that's literally all I could ask for. And it has given me a new confidence and a new trust in programs like the one that you have, because I wouldn't have done it before, honestly.
Oh, that's so great. And that's so good that you finally have a positive experience working with somebody in this space. I'm so sorry that that happened to you multiple times with therapists in the past where they breached your trust. I feel horrible that that happened to you, especially at a young age. But, it's really great to hear that you can see the other side of things. You can get the positive out of this kind of a program as well, and see that we're not all bad.
No, no.
Bad. There are certain ones that that can lift you up and that can actually guide you to your strength and your power.
I know that now.
So good. I'm so glad you know that now. Okay, just 2 questions left. Imagine a friend is on the fence about working with me and asks for your opinion. What would you say to them?
I would knock the fence down and tell them to go and talk to you. I think what I would honestly say, and anybody that would ever come to me and be like, hey, I'm hesitant, I don't understand, yada, yada. I think the main thing is I would be like, how committed are you? Because you have to be in a strong mental mind state for not only yourself, but for you. You don't want to waste your time, and they shouldn't waste their time if they're not very serious about it. So if they're on the fence about it, I would probably have a conversation where not necessarily dive deep or give me like a preliminary on what's happening that they would need help on, but just have the conversation of, well, how serious are you about getting help for blank, 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 blank? And if you think that you can go on with your life and still kind of deal with it, whatever, and it's not super time sensitive, then go ahead and do that. But I think for your sake and for what you're doing and how amazing it is and how many people that you are healing, I wouldn't push anybody towards it who's not for sure going to be head over heels into it.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. That's
yeah.
great advice. That's really good. All right. Is there anything else that you want me to know at this time? Anything else that you want my viewers to know at this time?
Oh gosh, do this program. This is more so for them than it is for you. But like I have, and this isn't a pity party story for me or anything, but like if you've gone through anything really shitty and just really have not felt good about yourself or your image or even just things that don't have to do with your body, things that have to just stem with mental health and mental eating, like the whole night, everything kind of what I've realized is encompasses one another in this. If you're having any type of doubt, struggle, you think you need somebody to just give you a hug, like you are there for that, the verbal hug during this situation. And it like, I can't stress enough for anybody who's out there who's even hesitant right now watching this, do this program because it will change your goddamn life. And it's so exhilarating to be able to get up in the morning and like not hate yourself and feel love and have a routine and like feel happiness about the people around you and yourself, most importantly yourself. There is not a day that has gone by since we ended this program where I haven't just felt happiness for me, and it like feels so good. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Oh, that's so amazing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Maddie. You have just filled my heart with so much gratitude and so much love. And I am just so proud of you. And thank you so much for being here and for doing this with me. And
Thank you.
for, of course, going on this journey with me.
Mhm.
I cannot tell you how appreciative I am. So thank you so much. And I will talk to you very soon.
Okay, thank you, Hannah.
Yeah.